Alright guys, welcome back to Movie Dump. Season 2, Episode 1, what is this? TV? Well, it's a YouTube channel. Not the TV. But hey. On this channel we got to Season 2, and it was not cancelled. Like what David Zaslav's doing with the Axel Zaslav. God, I'm so sick of hearing that. Yes, Rick, talking about Discovery today on this new episode of Movie Dump. So, Discovery. We had so much hope for Discovery. Finally, an entertainment company taking over or buying a movie studio that was already going downhill financially, and what they were releasing. It was just a downfall for the old Warner Bros. But Discovery was like, we'll be the heroes and buy them. Buy them from that goddamn phone company. Yes, AT&T once owned WB. Dark times those were. A goddamn phone company owning a movie studio. What a sad world we live in. But we had so much hope. And oh man, were we wrong. It's really sad when a phone company did a better job than a mega giant TV studio. That is Discovery. How fucking sad. Alright, so let's talk about some history of WB. What is this, the History Channel? Now it is. But Warner Bros. has been sold and bought many times from different people. And now it's Discovery that owns them. But it's very normal for when a company merges with another one that there's going to be lots of cuts and lots of people being fired. It sucks, it's horrible, but that's how mergers go. And they do this so the new owners can create their own new content and not continue from the old ones. That's normal shit. What's not normal shit is when they, Discovery, just remove content where you can never ever see them again. That's not normal, and that's where we are with Warner Bros. Discovery. Where it's some dark times for WB, I'm telling you that. Like, this is why so many people, including me, are so angry at Discovery for right now. Again, the next 5 years of owning them, I could change my mind about how Discovery is handling WB. I could be like, wow, they're doing a great job. But for right now, they're in the shit with me and many other people, because it's like Discovery is ruining this very iconic classical movie studio. For what? I'm gonna tell you for what. See, me saying that is a good old teaser for you to continue watching this and not go to someone else's video and subscribe to them and not subscribe to me. This whole massacre started on August 2nd, when out of nowhere this shocked Hollywood and the normies like us, when WBD were like, fuck it, we're gonna cancel a movie, and that movie's BatGirl. And it's not like BatGirl was this low budget movie. No, it cost them, I think, around $40 million or $70 million, but then they increased the production, so it added up to $90 million. And by the way, movies get canceled all the time. That's the sad truth. But what makes it so different is usually when a studio cancels a movie or a TV show, it's when they're way at the beginning of pre-production. They're still writing the script. They might get as far as drawing the concept art, and that's it. And then they get canceled, sadly. What makes this different and very scary for the future of Hollywood is Discovery was like, BatGirl, $90 million movie, finished production. Now they're finishing up post-production, and it's going to be released on HBO Max. Nope, WBD was like, no, we don't like what we're seeing, so we're just going to remove it. And again, we were all shocked. We didn't know why they removed it. Just because all we knew on the 2nd of August is they removed a superhero movie that costed $90 million. And we didn't know why at the time. Also, can't forget, yes, BatGirl was canceled, but they also canceled a movie that really no one talks about, and it also is crappy for people to forget about, is the Scoob sequel. I know people are like, oh, the Scooby-Doo sequel, who cares about that? But it's the same thing. It was post-production and it was canceled. And that's terrible. I mean, this really doesn't happen. It's very rare for a movie studio to cancel and remove a completed movie. That's unheard of. Except it happened only once before, in the 1990s. Do you remember the 90s Fantastic Four? I'll give you a moment. Alright, I'm sorry. Time up. No, you haven't? Well, that's because it was canceled and shelved and went back to the vault of whatever movie studio it was at the time to never see the light of day again. That's right, there was a 1990s Fantastic Four movie that was completed, filmed, and they even went as far to promote it at Comic Cons with the whole cast and everything. And what the cast, director, and writer didn't know was this dirty, scammy producer never wanted the Fantastic Four to ever be released. He just did this because if he would cancel the movie and scrap it and put it back at the vault, he would get a bonus. So that's what he did. He canceled the movie without the cast knowing, without the director knowing, and he put it back at the vault and he got a bonus. What a piece of shit. That's him, by the way. He looks like a piece of shit, dickhead. Anyway, thank goodness someone, I don't know if they knew it was about to be scrapped or if they actually sold it on VHS, but someone recorded from a VHS the whole 1990s Fantastic Four movie that you can watch free on YouTube. Yeah, the quality's bad, but you can watch it. So this has happened before at Hollywood once. Again, it's very rare. So on August 5th, we knew truly why they canceled BatGirl and Scoob. And it was for a fucking tax write-off. That's right, guys. For the 3 directors, the many writers who worked so hard on each movie, the CEO, David Zaslav, was like, bye-bye, we need money. And the reason why they canceled and did it for a tax write-off, that means you can never see these films ever, because it's illegal now. That sucks and is horrible and is truly disgusting. But why they did it was, I want you guys to remember this for later on with the video. When they bought WB, they had a collected debt from Discovery's debt to now their new company, WB, they had their debt. And that all added up to $3 billion. That's right. That's right. I'm up here now. $3 billion. That's right. So remember that. For the rest of this video, remember that. Because of this debt and David Zaslav and the rest of the Discovery people, they're so desperate to get rid of this debt, or at least pay most of it off, that they are actually, and I'm sure they don't want this to happen, because why would you buy a company and try to ruin it? That's not your job when you buy a company. You want to make it better. But they're not making it better. They're ruining the reputation of WB and making it have more of a downfall of this once iconic movie studio. And I know lots of people are going to be saying, well, David Zaslav said that, well, they canceled it because they didn't see it with their future of DC. I call bullshit, because you're going to learn real fast with how David Zaslav runs. He's very old-fashioned. And I really don't think he wanted a female-led superhero movie. I truly don't think so, because yes, Wonder Woman was a success, and that finally led to many female-led movies after Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was a success critically and box office. While other studios were like, okay, let's do this. Let's try to get that money too. So they made all these female-led movies. But they missed the point. Because while Wonder Woman was great and all, what made Wonder Woman great was its story and not forcing hardcore feminism. They didn't force it. It was natural, and it had a good story. While these other female-led movies had hardcore, cringy, forced feminism. I mean, they shoved it down the goddamn man's throat. I mean, Jesus Christ. These female-led movies hated men. And that made them fail financially. Because people didn't watch these movies because it was forced feminism. It wasn't natural. All the movies do is miss the point why Wonder Woman was great. Even Wonder Woman 1984 missed the point. So, I think Dave Zaslav, since he's old-fashioned, he's like, well, other than Wonder Woman, these other female-led movies have failed financially. So, I think that's why he canceled BatGirl. And also because of the tax write-off. Am I thinking too far? Yes, but that's how I am. And holy shit, you think that's bad? Put on your seatbelt because it's going to accelerate real fast, because out of nowhere, I'm pretty sure a few days later, or maybe it was next week, I'm talking about August timeline, that there was reports of HBO Max removing their own original films. And I was kind of thinking, well, this kind of makes sense, because David Zaslav was like, I want our movies go to movie theaters only, no more streaming movies. And again, I'm not defending, because it's goddamn disgusting and heartbreaking, because you work so hard on a film and then for it to be removed. But what makes this different is you still could watch these movies on rental websites. If you go on Apple, iTunes, go on Amazon, you can still buy these movies. That's why I was like, okay, this kind of makes sense. But also, he's a goddamn hypocrite, because now I'm jumping way far. This is like this is late August. David Zaslav and Discovery, I guess, said to reports, because there was reports saying all their movie changes, movies being delayed, or HBO Max movies being now going to the theaters next year. But then they had the Christmas Story HBO Max original movie that's going to be a streaming movie. So I'm like, David Zaslav, you're a fucking hypocrite, you dickhead. Anyway, now let's go back to what I was talking about. But again, they're doing this as tax write-offs so they can get more money to pay off their debt. And during their meeting call that everyone was worried about, David Zaslav was like, we're not going to make any more animation content. That's not our formula right now. And I said on Twitter, and I was thinking to myself, bullshit, because that's going to financially ruin them even more. Because if you guys didn't know, kid content makes lots of money. That means kid animations and even adult animations make a lot of money for that movie studio or any studio. So I'm telling you guys right now, with the next year or the next few years, I wouldn't worry. Animation for WB will be back, because if they remove it, it's going to financially ruin them even more. So I wouldn't worry too much about the animation. Even if what they're doing to animation right now is disgusting, animation for WB will be back, I'm telling you, in the next few years, because like I said, it's going to financially ruin them. And talking about animation, it's truly disgusting what David Zaslav and Discover are doing to animation. They're removing it from HBO Max, where most of them you can never see again. Like Close Enough, from the creator of Regular Show. That was a great adult animation original by HBO Max. It was great, funny. David Zaslav removed it forever. You can't get it. You can't buy it because it was an HBO Max original. Same with that Infinity Train. They removed it. They removed trailers on their YouTube channels like it never existed. That's disgusting and gross for what Discovery's doing with animation. Again, I'm hoping that WB Animation will be back. I'm pretty sure, like I said, it will be back for like I said before. But man, it's really scary because they're doing it for tax write-offs. And they're also doing it because I was like, this doesn't make any sense. They own these shows. They don't have to pay that much reciduals because they own the show. They produced that show. They own it. WB owns these shows, and they removed it. And their excuse was so they don't have to pay that much residuals and stuff. But that I'm calling bullshit. It's because they don't want to pay their creators. I'm telling you, that's exactly why. Because they're being cheap right now because of their debt. They want to pay off their debt. So they're like, let's not pay these creators. So let's remove their content so we never have to pay them again. It's disgusting and pathetic for what Discovery is doing to WB right now. Again, I can change my mind in the next few years. Maybe they're doing good things with WB. I'm hoping for that because WB, Warner Bros. Is such an iconic movie studio. I want it to still be iconic and for them to have good movies, good TV shows. I want that because WB is iconic. So I want Discovery to make WB better. But right now, they're ruining WB's reputation. And this is really scary. This is why I say physical media is very important. As you can see right here, I'll point my camera to it right now. If you see it right here, that's my collection of movies I got. Right there. I'm telling you this. I'm going to show some clips from other YouTubers that talked about this also for why physical media is important, because your favorite movie, your favorite TV show can be removed anytime and never see the light of day again. That's truly scary for the future of Hollywood and the scary future of streaming because Hulu, Disney Plus, HBO Max, I know that's not going to be a thing, but whatever the Discovery HBO Max merge streaming will be, they can remove that content and you can never see it again. That's why I say buy physical media still, please, because one day it can be removed and you'll regret not seeing it, or you'll regret not buying it, because this is a scary time for streaming in Hollywood, because your beloved content and the creators that poured their heart out with these movies and TV shows for HBO Max and maybe in the future these other streamings to just remove it like it was nothing is truly scary. That's why I say, like I've been saying a lot, repeating myself, buy physical media. Support your artists, please. Support your directors. Support your writers. Because the future is looking bleak right now. All right, so right now I'm going to show a bunch of clips.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is the problem with the digital age. Everything is kind of temporary in a weird way, and any lasting legacy could be gone at the behest of an executive who doesn't even know that you exist at all. You're just a line item on a fucking spreadsheet.
And this isn't the end of what could be happening, specifically with Warner, but in the industry as a whole. Like, things that you are enjoying right now could be fucking gone forever without a moment's notice.
Yeah. Yeah. And with the physical media in its current state, I mean, we've talked about it in the past, but there's a spreadsheet that I can't remember who it is, but someone keeps it very well updated of like basically modern day lost media, like shit that's just completely out of print.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of stuff you're like, wait, no, how could that be? And it's like, it's because it's a fucking line item on someone's spreadsheet. And they don't give a shit about it. They just own the fucking rights. And they're more worried about getting all these new shows or whatever on HBO Max or Netflix or whatever. Like, they don't care about making a Blu-ray release of some movie that you care a lot about, but most people aren't going to give a shit about. So I don't know, tough titties.
Yeah, and good luck trying to like license it or something if you're another company. So it is extremely frustrating, and it's so funny that we've gone back to like in the early days of television and movies. Like there are movies that came out in the 20s and 30s that do not exist anymore. Yeah. Not even the originals exist anymore.
Yeah.
But then, of course,
there's just like a reel that it fell in the trash one day, and it's just like, you had to be there. It was really cool. Yeah. Charlie Chaplin was in it. It was wild.
And especially for TV, there's no record of so many decades of TV.
The funniest thing is, like, you know how Doctor Who's been on TV for like 50 years? Mm-hmm. It's like the first like 10 seasons of Doctor Who are just lost.
Don't exist.
Like literally got someone at the BBC archive was like, we don't have enough videotapes, so they just taped over the first like 10 seasons of Doctor Who.
A recent thing that came up about this was when Vince Scully passed away. One of his all-time calls, The Perfect Game by Sandy Koufax, the only reason that even exists is because a fan of the Dodgers had to go on a date the night that the game was happening and had his dad record the audio of the radio. And that's the only copy of it in existence.
Wow.
Anyways, we're coming full circle into the fact that the content that's created today, even the one you're watching right now, is temporarily made with no idea that it should be archived for any reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is literally, by definition, just content. Just like everything on HBO that was made for HBO Max, just content. Hey, we need people to sign up for this. Can you make some animated shows? And the people that are doing it are fucking working their hardest, pouring their lives into it. And a guy is
they're missing like their kids, like growing up to work on a show that is gonna air for a couple months before disappearing.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching this new episode of Movie Dump. I know it wasn't one of my fun videos, but this video was very important for me to make, for you guys to know what Discovery is doing to WB. Again, hopefully in the next 5 years, WB is thriving and is better. But for right now, they're at chaos and it's scary. But I hope you enjoyed this video because I always enjoy making videos for you guys. You guys are awesome. Also make sure to hit that subscribe button because I make videos. I've been trying to make more videos recently for you guys but I've been busy, but hey, I'm here right now. But yeah, subscribe for more of my amazing funny content and tell people to watch my videos, so share and follow me on my other social medias. My Twitter, I'm mostly on Twitter. There's my Twitter right there. There's my Instagram. And yeah, you guys are awesome. Peace.